Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. My name is Eamon Williams, and this is the first video in a three-part series for my Communications Theories class, connecting communication theories to outdoor education. Today we'll be looking at how Pali Institute will impact you, a communication theory analysis. So, is outdoor education for you? If you want to know why you should choose outdoor education as a format for learning, well then, this video series is for you. This series, while primarily is meant to help sell you on outdoor education as a format for meaningful experiences through the lens of communications theory, we will also look at just how different outdoor institutions can be in what they teach and what you can get out of the experience. So, if you are not sold on outdoor education, or are just looking to see what some of the institutions I'll discuss are like, tune in as I articulate the significance of outdoor institutions through the use of communications theory. The driving question I'll be using for this video and subsequent videos is, how do liminal outdoor experiences and the institutions involved help to shape an individual's identity within a culture? Some of the communications theories we'll be using to make sense out of this driving question include constructivism, ethnography of communication, cultural studies theory, symbolic interaction theory, and cultural identity theory. What I believe the most important theory connecting to this driving question is constructivism. I believe that this is a foundational theory for this question. This driving question relies on the premises that the experiences you will have will impact your identity. It is useful to look at this driving question through the lens of constructivist theory, which establishes that our reality is socially constructed. Paul Maru, in 2016, on page 31, reaffirms this concept of constructivism, stating, as its premise, social constructivism, as a framework, emphasizes the social origins of the mind. It focuses on societal level transactions as the ultimate level of analysis, and it regards human subjectivity as fleeting of powerful social forces, especially discourse. This means the ways that you interact with those that are a part of your experience and the institution that is involved are going to impact you. Given the importance this theory gives to societal level transactions, these social experiences that are parts of outdoor programs are especially powerful and can shape who you are and will become because of the program. Given the social context of outdoor programs, it is important how you communicate with those involved. Constructivism seeks to explain differences in effective communication of individuals. Outdoor programs can push you in a variety of ways, including how you communicate. By using this theory as a foundation for this driving question, it illustrates the importance of effective communication in outdoor programming, especially as it relates to the social environment. Now that we've discussed the foundational theories connecting to this question, as well as some of the additional theories we'll be covering in the future, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Pali Institute. Pali Institute is an outdoor program offering 3 to 5 day-long programs for students in the San Bernardino Mountains. The institution has 3 areas of focus: outdoor education, science, and leadership. When classes enroll in the program, group leaders get to customize their experiences from 30 different activities that are all experiential and progressive-based learning opportunities. This allows classes to tailor their experience to their own intended learning outcomes, making every program unique. Some of the experiences available from each area of focus include challenge course activities, field-based science labs, and off-campus wilderness backpacking. How does Pali Institute provide liminal experiences? Well, ethnography of communication theory helps provide perspectives that illustrate how experiences at Pali Institute are liminal. This theory is useful for analyzing how Pali Institute designs their programs. Considering that programs are intentionally designed to provide liminal experiences, how do the designers know the best way to create impactful programming? As designers of the program, they create problems unique to the culture and program outcomes of a group. Ethnography of communication is a useful theory for helping to explain how designers design programming as it relates to the culture surrounding systems of communication that participants find themselves in. Later et al. In 2013 provides a similar explanation of how ethnography of communication interpretation is used in the design process as it relates to culture, stating, using such interpretations in concert with creative capacity as the basis for design solutions can make designs more accountable to users as culturally situated actors. For example, the social context of outdoor programming and the problems faced by participants will create unique communication and its interpretation. While participating in programming at Pali Institute, you will get to know those in your group more than you ever thought possible. You will be sleeping in the same cabins together, eating all of your meals together, and completing your program activities with one another. You are sure to have group conflicts and group resolutions with one another that will help everyone grow. These are unique problems your group will encounter that are a part of culture at Pali Institute. Pali Institute will challenge your group, and the ways your group will succeed will provide novel learning experiences. Additionally, if you are struggling to find your place within your group, the challenges you will face as a part of the program and the opportunities that come with these challenges will provide you chances for your character to shine through. Ethnography of communication is a useful theory to analyze how sense of place factors into outdoor programming. Because of the shared experiences you have as a part of programming, participants often experience what O'Connell et al. In 2019 on page 296 describes as a transition from a point of outsidedness to insidedness. Even if you think you understand how you relate to your fellow peers, the programming at Pali Institute is sure to teach you something new about yourself and your group. It is a guarantee that you'll be walking away from your experience at Pali Institute feeling as though something has changed. Not only will you be equipped with exciting knowledge as it relates to your program outcomes, but in just the short span of 3 to 5 intensive days, you are sure to recognize a change in yourself and your group's dynamics. So what is the culture surrounding Pali Institute? One of the main program goals at Pali Institute is that students get the opportunity to apply learning in the field. Cultural studies theory seeks to explain how an institution such as this can use its culture to influence its participants in impactful ways. Field-based learning is not the only important part of culture at Pali Institute. Part of their culture is also focused on the importance of environmentalism. At Pali Institute, Leave No Trace ethics is more than just guidelines. It is a way to experience the outdoors. Pali Institute values the natural beauty that their site is a part of and includes lessons about the importance of the local environment and its ecosystems. Teaching students about group dynamics and leadership is a key focus of the Pali Institute as well. Cultural studies theory can also help to explain how this is a part of their culture. Group dynamics and leadership extend beyond programming. How students and instructors interact during everyday life at Pali Institute is influenced by group dynamics and leadership as it is ingrained not only into programming, but also their culture. How will Pali Institute change your identity? The culture of Pali Institute and the experiences you will have as a part of their program carry important meaning. Connecting symbolic interaction theory to the programming at this institute is a useful way to think about how the experiences will impact its participants. The people you are with and the environment you are in can be viewed as symbolic. The interactions and interpretations of these can significantly impact your perspectives. This is reinforced by Sharon in 1979, as cited in Rourke et al. In 2014, on page 84, stating, "People construct meanings from interactions with the physical, social, and abstract elements of a setting." Pali Institute claims that these interactions and interpretations will help you have an increased understanding of your own personal growth. Cultural identity theory can be a useful theory for analyzing how the culture that you will experience while at Pali Institute will influence your identity. While Baskin, in 2020, states, cultural identity can link people to their heritage and to others who have the same traditions, basic belief systems, interests, and ways of living, at Pali, the most crucial aspects of shared culture are shared interests and ways of living. Leaving the program, you will have learned lessons that are in part a result of the culture at the institution and may become a part of your identity. For example, considering the importance of environmentalism at Pali Institute, it is intended that this piece of culture will be internalized into your own identity. This can be applied to many of the other pieces of culture at the Institute as well, such as the importance of leadership skills and group dynamics. By reinforcing these concepts through culture, the Institute hopes that they will become just as important to you as it is to them. Here are the references that I've used for this video, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you back here for my second video where we will be connecting communications theory to the outdoor institution, Outward Bound.